Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I'm leaning in close to the microphone to grab my controller. Alright, hopefully that wasn't too annoying. Alright, it's been a while since I've done just a run of this game. Last Wizard of Legend video I put out was actually all about different melee builds that I like. Hopefully you guys got some good ideas out of that one and got to kind of play around with some moves that you wouldn't normally use. Like I said, I just hope it was good fun for you. Today we're going to be going back to the basic Arcana Spotlight series, but first... I want to know why the random number generator isn't working. Something is not right here. Alright, let's try again. Okay, for whatever reason, it doesn't want to work. Alright, let's try this. For what it's worth right now, guys, I'm trying to go to random.org and use the random number generator there. I'm getting the feeling that something is up with my internet, so... That's fun. There you go. Okay, I finally got it to work. Yes, I think something is up with my internet, so I'm going to have to check that when I'm done recording. By the way, for what it's worth, I got one, so we're just sticking with the normal soundtrack. There we go. So we're going to put on our Testin robe. Because today's Arcana finally delves into the Chaos Arcanas, and we're going to start with Phantom Division. Which, yes, sounds an awful lot like Ghost Division, doesn't it? I do wonder if that was perhaps a plan, but I don't think so. Alright, so, Phantom Division, how does it work? Basically, you summon a Phantom Rogue, or in this case, two of them, to dart out and see if they make contact with an enemy. So I'd like to point out this does not count as, it's not ranged, it's not melee, it's nothing aside from basics. So you'll only get any sort of bonus out of things that just do general damage ups, or have some empowering effect on basic Arcana in general. Because this bad boy does not count as anything aside from basic. That having been said, let's have a quick look. Pardon me. So as far as how far out it actually reaches, there you go. So it looks like it's kind of about double the... Yeah, looks like the range it can hit is just like a little outside of the range of Bolt Rail, as an example. But it's also quite obvious that the hitboxes are a little wonky, because there were a couple of attacks there that probably should have hit, but didn't. Yeah, so see, why did the first two miss, but then the third one hit? So the range is a little wonky, so just make sure you're not trying to hit at absolute maximum range. You should be okay. The damage is pretty straightforward. One of the rogues hits, it hits for 5 3 times, so 15. So the full combo does 30. Which, although not horrible for a basic, does leave a little bit to be desired, especially when we've got big damage combos like what you get with Aqua Arc and Fiery Yo-Yo. As a matter of fact, let's not mince words too hard. This one seems like it was designed just to fit a quota. It's like, okay, so we have all of the other enemy types included in our Phantom line of Arcana, but we don't know where we're going to throw the rogues, so I guess basic Arcana? And that's kind of what they got out of it. It's, you know, take it for what it's worth. Now, there's no upgrade for it because it starts upgraded. And because of the range that it works out of, I would recommend, as per usual, the cotton candy or the bubblegum. Like, you're just going to be giving yourself trouble if you try to use the sweets. Cinnamon Hots are, man, they're alright. I mean, let's be fair, most of them are just, see, the raw chocolate and the Cinnamon Hots are generally just average. The cotton candy and the bubblegum are generally good, and the citrus sweets are generally garbage. Not in real life, though. Citrus sweets are pretty good in real life. But let's look at Sidewinder's badge. How does the damage get added on? Looks like it's adding on 2 per hit. Which means it goes from doing 15 per rogue to 21. Now that's actually not bad. That now gets you up to 42 damage for a basic, which is on the decent end. This is one where you can just hold down the button to send out both rogues. And on the whole, I would say this one definitely benefits from both the... Alright, so if the enemies are standing close, you can get both of them involved. So you can get more than one enemy involved if they're standing somewhat close by, but... yeah, this one's got some odd limitations to it that I'm not 100% sure I understand. That having been said, were it me, I would want to be using this one as sort of like a critical hit setup. Like, again, I'm not sure that I would use this over Bolt Rail, but it's not bad. But of the Chaos Arcana, I do find it to be the one that's just kind of there. Not great, not terrible, just... I mean, it is within existence. And that is all I can say is, yeah, it exists. But because of the idea that between the 2 Phantoms it scores a total of 6 hits, I definitely say go with critical hit for this one. You're not going to get a lot out of a power build, but out of a critical build you'll get plenty. And for this particular run, I think we're going to do just that. We're going to go critical hits. Now, ultimately, I would say your best bet is probably to go with the Sidewinder's badge for the consistency, but hey, I want to do something just a little different. Alright, we're going to take Thunderline this time. Let's see, we're using critical hits, so let's see what... Well, first things first, let's have a look at our signature Arcanas. Let's find something that will work out nicely with the whole critical hit setup. You know, like Shock Assault. And then we'll just take something that's good at controlling space, like, yeah, the Boobles. We'll take the Boobles. Alright, so that is our build. Alright, I think we're all set. Now, in order to maintain my usual, front load difficulty thing, what does the book do? I'm just curious. Oh yeah, no, I don't want that. Rule book of Thieves. Thieves don't have rule books, that's why they're of chaotic alignment. Alright, so we're going to front load the difficulty as per usual. We're going to start with the twins, if I can. Our boy Malind here doesn't seem to want to offer us the chance to go see the twins first. He must have gotten into an argument with them, and he's like, you know what? No one gets to go see you two. You two are such jerks. Like what did they do? Did they dine and dash last time they went to Outback Steakhouse or something? Like what did they do? Alright, you know what? I'm tired of trying to get it to happen. We'll just start there. So, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't have a ton to say about the Phantom Division. Like, the knockback isn't very strong. It's cool that you're actually attacking with just rogues as just your base attack. But, you only get 2 of them unless you take the... Pardon me. You only get 2 of them unless you take the combo glove, which... Honestly, combo glove probably isn't a horrible idea with this one. And unless there's, like, a frame delay between the second one and the third one. Like there was with the bouncing blaze. Right. Ooh, fractal flare even. I like the idea of fractal flare. But we are going to upgrade bouncing bubble so that it can bounce between more targets. And we'll see if we end up taking fractal flare or if there's a decent Arcana, a decent relic to use. I swear I can talk. Yeah, as you can see, the rogues don't really do much, and they're... Like, they don't do a huge amount of damage just on their own. They don't have a ton of knockback either. And unfortunately, the whole run is kind of light damage at the moment. We are hoping to correct this idea. Alright, sir, do you have anything good for me? Not really. I mean, I like a unicorn tail, don't get me wrong, but I do think fractal flare is definitely a better option. And as you can see, you kind of have to put a little bit more effort in with the Phantom Division than you do with other bases. It just feels really underwhelming. And I don't know if that's a bias or because it is underwhelming, but yeah, 30 damage with barely any knockback. I mean, what it has going for it is a sense of control. Because it's kind of... it kind of plays in that footsie range, using fighting game terminology. And it does have a bit of an area of effect, and I can get next to that. And I just realized I should have saved... Okay, well, if I get up to 125, I'll give that to Dr. Saul. But yeah, I just realized I completely forgot about Dr. Saul. Yeah, as you can see, I can't even knock enemies into the pit with this, because that's just how light the knockback is. So I suppose that Phantom Division is good for... I mean, for one, it's good for all Phantom runs, because you kind of have to take it if you're going for an all-Phantom build, and I've done that once already on the channel, so if you're interested in seeing that, I have done it. That was not smart. Yeah, even with the analytical monocle and the enhanced critical hit damage, I kind of feel like I'm having to go maximum effort to get things to happen. So whereas, again, I stress, it looks neat, and I enjoy the idea that it's actually a thing, I do feel as though it's just a little on the ineffective side. And that's a shame, because that's certainly not something that I say about a lot of its contemporaries, but much like Flame Cross, this one is definitely more style than substance. But I am curious as to what you guys think about it. Do you all think that I'm missing something about this particular Arcana, or, you know, like me, did you forget about it until it came time to do the Arcana spotlight and then said, oh yeah, that is a thing, isn't it? Critical placebos, alright. I think I have to sneeze. Apologies if I end up sneezing really loud into the microphone in just a second here. No, I think I'm okay. We'll see. And hopefully you guys are seeing the same thing that I see when I use this, which is, yeah, it's neat, but it's not great. It's got range, but that's about all it's got going for it. If you're going to take a basic just because you need range, take Bouncing Blaze. Seriously. Also, I screwed that up really hard. Messed up the execution on the signature. Alright, well, as you can see, we are going to have trouble doing this. There we go, we got lucky. Oof, no we didn't. That's Rebounding Icicle, and I don't even care about that. You know, Dark Sage, if you didn't spend so much time practicing Critadel, maybe you'd be doing better in this game. Which, yeah, that's the thing. I have been practicing Critadel a lot just because I like that game. As you can see, you even have a hard time breaking open chests with this particular Arcana just because it's just that light in damage. Like, it takes like 3 or 4 hits to break open a treasure chest. But if the rogues don't hit an enemy, they just dash through it and then go, yeah, it's good. Little health, thank goodness. Yeah, I'm not talking much just because I'm needing to make sure that I'm, concentrating on not screwing up. Like between the light damage, the light knockback, there's not. That's the thing. Phantom. I have already said this 100 times, so. I mean, I apologize at this point. I'm sounding like a broken record, but hopefully you're getting the idea. It doesn't have a lot going for it. It really doesn't. Alright. And yes, I am going to take the token of health so we can talk to Dr. Song a second time. So, one thing that I did just think about, though, for this one, and I didn't mention it earlier because I didn't think about it earlier, but guys, think about this. This particular Arcana has very light knockback, but strikes quickly. How well would this work for the Ultra combo setup? I guess, what would you call it? Phantom combo? Why yes, Darksage, that's exactly what you would call it. Yeah. So that's something that I could experiment with, is see if using the Ultra combo setup with the Phantom is a good idea. There we go. Cyclone Boomerang. I mean, okay, why not? Oh, and by the way, so make sure, I know I may have brought this up at some point in the past. But one of the things that sets Chaos Arcana apart from every other Arcana is that there's only one enemy in the game that resists the damage that they do, and that's Sura himself. So you don't have to worry about bringing in something about, having a specific weakness or anything like that for most enemies, because most of them will take the same damage. Sewer is the only one that doesn't. Got a little full of myself there. Whoops. As had been mentioned earlier, about the best thing about the Phantoms is that they do have a decent range on them, so you can hit things like explosive barrels without worrying about them blowing up in your face. Which is good because Sura's range obsession with magical nitroglycerin is getting people hurt. And yes, I know it's the Chaos Trial, and I'm aware that that's the point. I'm pretty sure it's even damaging people that aren't even in the Chaos Trials. So maybe he should have that looked at before it becomes a real problem. Just saying. Alright, Rapid Fire Agent is a maybe. I haven't decided on that one yet. Hey Darksage, what about the portal? Yeah, shut up. Oops. Misjudged that dash. But yeah, a lot of my time lately has been spent kind of brushing up on my Critadel skills. And it's not just because of the one run that I tried to do just the other day and ended up screwing up really bad on. I'm just playing the game because I enjoy it. I'm also working on replaying through Monster Hunter Rise, albeit somewhat slowly. Elixir of Might. Okay, now we've got a good run. We've got a really good run. Arcana are a little iffy. And by that I mean the basic is a little iffy. The rest of it's good. Take that. Am I going to get the Rapid Fire Agent? Probably not. I'm having a hard enough time reaching my signature as it is. So let's not worry about it. Funny as I'm getting the most out of Cyclone Boomerang right now. Man, oh man. It's funny how things work out sometimes. Alright, so unless I can complete the Sanguine Attire, I don't want to pick that up. So the only time where the Stealthy Holiday would be actually worth taking is if you have like all Arcana that do huge single hits. So that's like you're opening the fight with, you're opening fights with explosive fireball. You're like going out of your way to not upgrade Crashing Meteor because you don't want like sub hits that come in front of it. Like that's the sort of run we're talking about. Like that's what it would be good for. Otherwise, I just don't see why I would want to take extra damage. Oh, I made a stupid. Alright, let's actually save this for another fight. Oh, they're offering me a treat in the form of Air Spinner. Unfortunately, I'm doing an Arcana Spotlight Iris, so I can't, but I do appreciate it, I really do. Engulfing Fissure actually got better after the last big update, so I don't know, that one I don't hate as much as I used to. Where am I going? Okay, everything is this direction now. I saw what was happening and tried to dash away, but the game said, no, you gotta take this one home. Okay, see? Exploding nitroglycerin barrels. Not cool. Not fair. Okay, you gotta get rid of that. Get rid of that stuff, Sura. It's the sort of hazard that people trying to do the Chaos Trials really don't need. Don't really have a need for that. I will grab that. I didn't see the Vampire's eyeglasses, so no Sanguine attire. No Vampire Hunter D outfit today. Yeah, why not? I'll grab that. Makes my signature and my dash stronger? Cool. I gotta try to keep my health high so that I can make good use of that Elixir of Might. Oh yeah, real fair. Excuse me, how did that hit me? Wow, I suck super bad. Alright, that was one of the worst Freya fights I've had in a long time. And I'm not blaming work for that one. That one was questionable hitboxes, real honestly. So, let's try not to fall prey to any more questionable hitboxes. Because if there's anything that can bring you down in a game like this, it's thinking that you've dodged an attack when really it's primed to hit you square in the balls. Ooh, Tracer Barrage. I mean, I can't say no to that. Even the game knows Tracer Barrage is great. It's like, hey, you want upgraded Tracer Barrage? Better pay a premium. That is a premium that I am definitely willing to pay, especially since my Phantom Thieves aren't exactly getting the job done. Phantom Thieves? But they're the Phantom Thieves. Yeah, problem is they're not the right Phantom Thieves. Like, no one is claiming that these Phantom Thieves are as charming and likable as the likes of Joker and Anne and Futaba. No, these are your stereotypical D&D edgelords that think it's really cool to not join in the party in what they're doing, and to sit in the corner and brood and talk about how they're just watching the tavern for the right time to strike. Which, by the way, if you've never played D&D with a stereotypical edgelord, count yourself lucky. Because even though the experience is a little entertaining at the time that it happens, it is not worth trying to... Really, game? Really? That's what we're doing? But yeah, it's not as funny as you think it would be. And don't get me wrong, it is definitely worth its share of cringe, but it becomes significantly less fun when you realize that the cringe is happening to you and not around you. I'll definitely take that. Gotta love that painter's tote. Oh, and then I can't afford anything else. Oh, but that's okay, because I just realized how low my health is. So even though this is one of the best rogues to upgrade, can I afford to do that when I probably won't have enough to buy a health potion afterwards? Oh, this run. Alright, so if I have enough money, then I will get the upgrade. Good lord, I just suck. One would think I would know better than to get caught in attacks like that, but... Come on, open. Good lord. Okay. Damage taken. It wasn't much, but it was all right at the end. So, yay. Hooray for mutually assured destruction! Except it's not even mutual. Like, this basic really doesn't feel like it's doing much. Like, I know that my run has become so much better than when I first started, and yet, unless I'm casting Tracer Barrage or Shock Assault, I really feel like I'm not getting anywhere. And what I said before about how important your basic is to your run, well, that never stopped being true. Your basic is the one thing you can cast anytime for any reason. So it has to be at least of an effect that you can jive with and get next to. The problem with the Thieves is that they just don't do much. And let's say that your opponent is... Let's say that your opponent is at close range with you. Well, now the Thieves aren't even going very far to reach their targets, so... Let's say there's someone or something behind them that you need to take care of. You know, a creature lurking in the night. You know, as an example. Well, that means that more than likely the Thieves aren't going to hit it, or if they do, they're only going to hit it with one or two of the slashes. But again, that's not necessarily what this is all about, because the Thieves have speed and they do cover a wider area. And whereas I don't think speed is enough to make a basic Arcana good on its own, ooh. Well, you know we have to adopt our fairy friends. Vessa, come with me. You know, Dark Sage, you could probably really use that Pathfinder's knapsack. I know, but you forget who you're talking to. One last area we can go to, because we're trying to afford to be able to adopt our other fairy friend. And we may not be able to adopt the entire Fairy Force 5, mostly because we're not even going to see all of them. But hey, we can at least try. Which, by the way, a while ago I had mentioned that I wanted to do fan art of the fairies in this game. Let me know if you guys are still interested in that, because I still have some ideas, if for nothing else, than just the basic line art for a lot of them. Why are you still alive? Okay, don't even know if that's going to do me any good. But yes, I can afford to adopt Etra. Alright, I now only have 2 gold coins to my name, so come on ladies, let's make this work. And you guys have to let me know if I'm about to do something really stupid, okay? Hey, I thought I told you girls to let me know if I was doing something really stupid. Alright. As much as I like Fractal Flare, I think we've got to give it up for something that can help me control the field better. Okay. God, I hate those stupid buzzsaw ones. They're the things that cause the most trouble for me. Yeah, we are in trouble. God, I am making way too many silly movements. When I say that, I mean I'm doing things that don't require me to move as much, but I'm trying to add on way too. Basically, I'm trying to add on way too much to simple movements. That was smart. Just barely. Now, you may be looking at that going, ooh, good job, you won by the skin of your teeth. I'm looking at this run going, I did not have enough control of the battlefield. And if I'm having a hard time clearing a run using this basic, then I'm telling you, you will too. Like, I don't think it's any exaggeration to say that the Phantom Division might be one of the worst basics in the game. And it's mostly because it has this problem where it doesn't do enough damage to eliminate things quickly, and doesn't control the field enough to really let you get much done, even when you're using a critical hit build. And yeah, I got through it in 37 minutes, but you saw that when I was using Fiery Yo-Yo and Bouncing Blaze, I was getting through the run much faster. And that was with worse relics. So take that for what it's worth, but yeah, I'm going to say that, and let me know if you agree with me on this or not. Maybe there's something about the Phantom Thieves here that I'm missing, but definitely in the bottom 5. I'm pretty sure this one definitely ranks in the bottom 5 of all of the basics. So we got that out of the way. Next time we'll be looking at a different Chaos Arcana, but I'm not going to tell you which one. But I mean, I'm sure you have a 50% chance of getting it right. There's only 3 Chaos Arcana, 3 Chaos basics, so thank you guys very much for watching. I definitely appreciate the continued support. Drop me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how things are going. Hit me up on my social media. My Discord is where I'm most likely to respond. But at the same time, I'm generally pretty quick to respond to most messages. So, hey, just let me know what's going on somewhere, and I will talk to you. So, I'm rambling at this point, so let's cut it off here. Again, thank you very much. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you.